Good day, gamers. Welcome to a brand new episode of ReInstall from the PC team at enthusiast.gg. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at a pretty obscure title that was released all the way back in 2006. You may have never heard of this game before, but you probably do know about the activity that it's based on. Today's title is Jeep Geocaching Challenge. Jeep Geocaching Challenge is a relatively simple game where players are tasked with one simple objective that's actually detailed right in the name: geocaching. The Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines geocaching as being an activity in which players are given the geographical coordinates of a cache of items which they search for with a GPS device. Thus, Jeep Geocaching Challenge was created to raise awareness of the activity, as well as a fun way to market the, at the time, new Jeep vehicles. Seeing that Jeep vehicles are synonymous with outdoor activities, it was a pretty smart move. The game allows you to play as a male or female explorer who has access to 3 Jeep vehicles: the 2007 Wrangler Rubicon, Grand Cherokee Limited, and Commander Limited. The game even listed the full specs of each vehicle, even though it made no difference in-game, further pushing the fact that this was just a fun marketing campaign. Your objective is to find 50 hidden geocaches that are scattered throughout the game's open world. There are 5 different areas in the world, all of which have 10 geocaches each. There's the desert, forest, mountain, town, and tundra, all of which you can explore freely. The overall size of the world is relatively small, but the game is so simple that this isn't really a surprise. Staying true to the real-world activity, the game arms you with a GPS which displays the location of all the geocaches around you. While you can easily see where everything is, the challenge is actually getting to its exact location. You have the freedom to drive or walk anytime you want, which is great because some geocaches can only be accessed while on foot. In fact, some are so small that it's easy to miss them if you aren't paying attention. Every time you collect 4 geocaches, a new group appears on your radar, so everything is gradually revealed the more you play. The whole game is played using the keyboard. The controls are also predefined with no option to change them. The mapping isn't bad, but they are hard to get used to. Driving with the W, A, S, and D keys definitely is an interesting experience, to say the least. The handling isn't the best, and there's no realism whatsoever. But again, the game is meant to be simplistic. The world is dotted with a few buildings and other objects to give the impression that you aren't alone, but essentially it's just one big sandbox with the only interactions being between you and your vehicle along with the geocaches. Even so, there's still the fact that there are multiple areas to explore. Each of them look unique, even if they aren't overly saturated with detail. They each even have their own set of dynamic weather. For example, there's snow in the mountains and sandstorms appear in the desert. Overall, the gameplay should keep you entertained for a short while. It took me just a little over an hour to find all 50 geocaches, but the playtime will of course vary. Presentation-wise, this game is also a mixed bag. Having 10 years under its belt, the game really hasn't aged all that well. The visuals look dated and simple, but it's up to you whether or not you can tolerate it. The audio is also mixed. There are a handful of songs that will play only while you drive, and they all sound pretty good. The engine sounds from the vehicles aren't spectacular in the least, but it's not that big of a deal. Similar to the last entry here in the ReInstall series, which was Jeep Mountain Madness, Jeep Geocache Challenge was actually a free game from Jeep.com that can be downloaded for a limited period of time. I was able to locate a thread on a 4x4 Evolution forum recently where the original poster offered a link to his copy of the game. I was surprised to find Mountain Madness, but I definitely wasn't expecting to find Geocache Challenge 2. And then the same posted that. All in all, Jeep Geocache Challenge is a simple, fun time waster. If you ever need to kill an hour or two and want a nice, relaxing game, then this one is for you. Alright folks, that brings an end to today's episode. Really hope you enjoyed it. You can go ahead and click right here to be taken to a playlist that will display all of the past episodes. If you're on a mobile device, you can also head down to the description below and find the same link. Make sure you visit us on enthusiast.gg to check out all the content from the PC team as well as the other teams from Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox Enthusiast. Those teams also have their own YouTube channels, so check them out as well. And also make sure you hit me up on my own personal channel right here at Extreme Measure Productions. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on gaming!